Hello friends, we're here already. Week 1, day 1 of Disney Princess Challenge training. Technically, I was supposed to start tomorrow, but I have a vacation coming up Thursday through Sunday this week, so I'm not going to be working out those days, which means everything gets shifted back. So today we are starting off with an interval run, just a short, nice interval run. I've got my long sleeve on because it's 40 degrees outside, my little hat. One thing about me is I love accessorizing your run outfits with hats. Fun hats, pattern hats, etc. Not easy to find pattern hats, but I got this one from Aerie. I wanted to start off this week on a good note. It's sunny, it's nice out, the leaves are just peak fall. I'm just so excited for this challenge. Excited to see how far I can push myself. Yeah, so let's just go get started. Look at these fall leaves. It is currently peak week here in Chicago in terms of the leaves. So that means beautiful weather, beautiful leaves, beautiful location, packed parking lot. Lots of walkers, lots of runners, lots of photographers, all the good stuff. So this is gonna be a social test for yours truly in holding a GoPro while running in front of other people. Today is really a baseline speed test. We have an interval run today. It is 1,000 meters at 10:05 mile with a 3-minute rest or walk with a 5-minute warm-up cool down jog. It's beautiful out. Man is staring at me, but that's okay. I will see you guys on the trail. Off break number 1, pretty good. I'm already getting a little winded, but that's okay. Seriously, the fall is the best time to run. I'm not kidding you. As someone who's run for over a year now, I can attest to this fact. The weather, the leaves, the beauty. It's not snowing, but it's still cool out. Summer was rough on me. It was way too humid. My pace was off, but now I'm finally getting back to where I was thanks to this temperature drop. Like, I'm in love, literally. I love nature. Random note, when I was 5, I, in school, was prompted to create a drawing, and I drew a picture of a tree and wrote, "I love nature," but I spelled it wrong, and my mom had it on our fridge for years, and it's low-key hilarious, but it still reigns true to this day. Still love nature. Even at the ripe old age of 24. Seriously, it's therapeutic. Running, walking, all of it. And honestly, I love these walking intervals. It's nice to have a break. There's a river right there. Just living my best life today. Living my absolute best life. This is one of the best runs I've had in a while. Just like mentally, emotionally. I shouldn't be affected by the weather so much because that is not something I can control, but I can't help but be grateful for it. Start with this week's lesson, which is adaptability. Adaptability is necessary when you're training for anything because life gets in the way. Weather, for example, my trip. Another example, you got to adapt. If you can't complete every run or training item, that's okay. You just got to keep pushing. No, you can't give up. You can modify. You can adapt. For example, I'm smishing some of my workouts this week, putting 2 in one day because I'm taking off this weekend, and that's okay. You got to live life. You can't focus too much on one thing. Balance is another lesson, very important. Just did a 2-mile walk and 2.8-mile run. I wanted to get my 10,000 steps in, and I surely did that. It is so fun, honestly, to see all the couples walking, old and young. Seeing people take their fall family photos today. It's like prime fall family photo time. Actually, fun fact, my family took our fall photos here when I was like 5. So it's kind of full circle to be like running here like 20 years later and seeing all these people take their family photos. And I can't wait to do mine when I get married and have kids someday. Yeah, there's people just parking on the grass because there's no space. Being someone who has run consistently this entire past over a year, there's some of those days are just rainy, mucky, icky, or hot, sweltery, humid, not fun, really tough. Today was a breeze. It was literally the definition of breeze. So my advice would be take advantage of those days and really don't take them for granted. Be grateful for them. I could have done this interval run on a treadmill and it probably would have been more accurate pace-wise, because when you run just outside, your pace is more variable. Obviously, a treadmill is a set pace. But yeah, I don't care because it was so nice and this was just very motivating, especially as my first run for this challenge. Like, what a way to kick it off. So yeah, that just pretty much wraps up day 1, week 1, day 1 of Princess training. I'll see you guys my next day. Just around 6 o'clock. I'm heading to the gym. Running a little late this morning. Usually I try to get to the gym before 6 o'clock, but lately it's been 6 o'clock and it's been enough time. It'll be fine today because my cardio is going to be after work. Just got a 30-minute zone 2 run today, so nothing too crazy. I just got out of the gym. Great leg day. What a way to start my week. Hold on. Definitely pushed myself. I did a 110-pound deadlift and hip thrust. Could have done more, but I was going for reps, not PR. So, not mad about it. Also, with running, I've noticed that I really need to lift less and do more reps because I can't overtire my muscles out if I want to run the next day. Can't be too sore. It's good to push yourself though, for sure. Now I have to go to work, so I will see you guys after work when I have my 30-minute zone 2 run. It is 4:30 exactly on the dot. I've not done a proper zone 2 run in months. I've done like estimated easy runs because I really just didn't want to do zone 2. With this new watch, my zone 2 target is a lot lower in heart rate. So we'll see how that goes. And also right now my legs are feeling pretty good, but I can tell you tomorrow they're gonna be sore as heck. I just know. Like, I could tell, you can tell when you walk out of the gym in the morning. I can feel the muscles in my legs more prominently than I normally do, which means the next day they're gonna hurt like heck, but that's okay. I'm just talking. We need to go. So I'll see you on the trail. This is the constant issue. Running too fast, but it's really not that fast. So basically my zone 2 consists of me really slowly jogging, my heart rate climbing for like a minute or 2, and then it yelling at me, and then I have to start walking again like I am right now. And then it drops really fast. I walk for like 30 seconds and then it's under. So, I mean, I think it's gotten better since my half overall. Yep, There we go, too low. Okay, time to start running again. I did 2.35 miles. I walked a little bit afterwards just to hit my 10,000 steps for the day. The leaves are beautiful, but I just wish the sunlight was longer. It's okay. I'm grateful to even be able to walk and run outside while it's light out, because I know that like halfway through this training cycle, it's gonna be like pitch black out when I wake up and when I get out of work. I've noticed when it comes to running, I just compare myself a little bit too much, and it's something that I need to work on. I'm literally just a slow runner, like that's just a fact, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I do have this inherent need to just constantly be getting better, and I have to define better differently. Speed is not necessarily better. It can be, but what about endurance or properly fueling yourself, which is definitely another thing that I need to work on. Absolutely. And this challenge will definitely be testing my endurance, because I'll be running concurrently 3 days in a row and then also doing yoga. I haven't run 3 days in a row with that type of mileage before, so it will be an endurance test for sure. And then I really do need to work on fueling. I have a little story time for y'all. This video is going to be very long. I apologize. 3 weeks ago, I had a 5K in the city in Chicago. The Chicago 5K, right before the Chicago Marathon. And I am currently, trigger warning, intermittent fasting. So I told myself, no, you're just gonna eat after your run. You're not gonna eat before your run. It's too early in the morning. You eat at 9 a.m. every day. Like, it's a routine. It's really about building routines, for me personally, intermittent fasting. I realized about a mile in that I was starving. See, I didn't feel it until I started running. And I was like, wow, I'm really hungry. I should have eaten something. And I blew out really bad. My goal was to get under 30 minutes, which my watch said I can do 28 minutes. So theoretically I should be able to do that, but I underfueled. And I realized it today because I was listening to the Running Explained podcast, and I was listening to one of their old episodes. They were talking about nutrition, and they were saying, if you don't fuel before your runs, you're not going to do as well. That is just like a baseline fact. Like, she was talking to a qualified person, and the qualified person said, absolutely, you can try it, but you're not going to do as well. You're going to blow out faster. And that's exactly what I did. If you want a PR, you've got to fuel. So definitely a learning lesson. It's okay to not intermittent fast one day. It's not the end of the world. So next time I'm definitely going to be fueling, actually, definitively, before any long run, I will be fueling beforehand, because I do not want to blow out. Definitely learned my lesson with that one. Also, we had parking issues. That's kind of besides the point, but it contributed to my stress, and it was my fault because I wasn't thinking thoroughly. Just a PSA, if you want to be smart and make a Spot Hero reservation, don't do one that's right near the end of the race, because they're probably going to block off the street, and then you can't park in your pre-reserved space, and then you're going to be driving down the underground streets of Chicago for 20 minutes trying to find the entrance to the race with 10 minutes to spare. So, but you know, I made it into my corral on time, and I started and ended that race, so it's okay. But that's just definitely a lesson. Couple learning lessons. It's okay. I blew out one race. It's not gonna kill me. And circling back to my Zone 2 run, I am proud of myself for really staying in Zone 2. I was in there for about 70% of the run, which is great. I haven't done a Zone 2 run on this watch yet, because I've had it for about 3 months now, and it was lovely. So yeah, I will see y'all on Thursday. Good morning and happy Thursday. It's 6:30 right now. Pitch black out. It's gonna be dark out till like 7:30. Be lit up like a neon sign. We've made it to the final day of week 1. I woke up very sore today. Also, I'm drinking a Celsius. I try not to drink these all the time because there is a lot of caffeine, but what I find myself doing is drinking half of it before my workout and then half after, so it spreads out the caffeine intake. Can't see me, you can only see my little light up guy. I'm on my warm up, but let's go. Today I was expecting to run on the treadmill, but it stopped raining for like 2 hours, so I have my little window to run. Okay, I'm on my first proper walk break. I'm going a new route. I haven't really gone this way before, so I'm hoping it's 3 miles. It should be, maybe a little more than that, but that's okay. Also, I am learning to not care if cars see me recording myself, which I care about before, but it's just inevitable. I wouldn't judge someone for using a GoPro on a run. Now, I know not everyone would be like that, but people who judge on stuff like that, would you even want to be friends with them anyway? Probably not. So why would you care about their opinion? I'm an Enneagram 9 though, so it's not easy. Even in the wet leaves, it's so gorgeous. Guess almost got run over by a car again. Yours truly. So I almost got run over again. This is time number 2 that it has happened, exactly a year apart, in the same crosswalk. I'm always careful, okay? Ever since it happened the first time, I've been extra careful. You just have to expect the worst from cars. Like, you really do. I should also preface this with the fact that there is a sign that says stop for people in the crosswalk. So I wait. They're all gone. I start walking. This lady's gonna turn left and she doesn't look. She looks for the cars and she doesn't look for me. And she just keeps going and I'm walking and I'm like, oh, she should stop now. Uh-oh, she's not stopping. Okay, I need to start running. So I start running and then she doesn't slam on the brakes. She brakes like and swerves a little bit. Like she saw me like right at the very end, and then by that point I was past her and just kept going, and I was like shaking my head like, okay, almost got run over again. This time it wasn't as bad. It doesn't matter if you're in the crosswalk and you don't see cars to your left or right. You keep looking. You keep looking out because you don't know. And this is also one of the reasons why I drive like a baby when I'm driving and I cross a crosswalk, because I do not want to be that person that runs someone over. Even when I'm running and the sun has risen, I'm gonna keep this bad boy on, even if it drains the battery. Don't want that to happen again. Literally happened 2 times. My watch thinks I can run a 27:45 5K, which is crazy because I've never run under 30 minutes. My best was 32:05. So I don't know what it's going on about, but I like that it believes in me. I appreciate that. And I really need to believe in myself because maybe I can do that. The low and the high are 61 and 68. It's almost November. And that's why I'm wearing a tank top and not a long sleeve like I was on Sunday. Let's recap. Some lessons. What are some lessons that we've learned? One would be always be on the lookout at a crosswalk because you might get hit by a car. You never know. Another one would be adaptability. You never know what life throws at you, so just make sure that you're able to adapt. If you miss a day or 2, just keep riding that horse, get back up on it, don't give up. Number 3, start off with a plan. What do you have to say? She is a talker in the morning. Obviously, in my intro video, I talked about my plan. I have this plan, I have it up on my wall. The most important part is you can have a plan, but it doesn't matter if you don't take action. So taking action with those plans. Even if you're not perfect, this is where adaptability comes in. If you're not perfect, who cares? Just keep going because it's going to be better if you keep going than if you don't at all. You're going to achieve your goals even if you're not perfect if you keep going. Yeah, those are my 3 lessons. Adaptability, don't get hit by a car, and making good goals. Oh, we gotta check off our week. Week 1, day 1. Done. Day 2. Done. Day 3.